How's it going, gamers? Welcome to another episode of the Birchlands. Today we're going to be doing a lot of different things, and we sure are going to be smelting a lot of blocks as well. Basically, we are going to be obtaining a lot of purpur. We're going to start farming that stuff today, and grabbing a whole bunch of nether bricks as well. So, 2 blocks that are going to be smelted in a furnace, so we can get their block format. Basically, what we're actually going to be farming for the purpur is going to be chorus fruit. You can basically throw that into a furnace, and it turns to pop chorus fruit, which can be turned into purpur blocks, and quite efficiently too. Like 1 pop chorus fruit, or chorus fruit, I don't know how it's pronounced. One of those equals 1 purpur block, 1 whole block. Unfortunately, it's not the same with nether brick. You're going to need 4 nether racks to smelt those up. Those equal 4 nether bricks, which can be turned into 1 nether brick block. So it's a little bit slower, but yeah, we're going to be grabbing both of those today. So yeah, here goes. We're also going to be doing a little bit of building today too. I do want to see if we can have enough time to add something to the village over here. I don't know. This could be like on, I guess, the longer side of the episodes. But definitely not as long as episode 10 was. That was kind of a movie, not gonna lie. My prediction as of right now is that this video, it's going to wind up being about 40 to 45 minutes long. Yeah, let's get right on with this. So we're gonna need to head back to the end. That's obviously where all the chorus fruit is. We're also gonna breed the animals too. I've kind of been slacking off with doing that. We want to expand this pig farm a whole lot. It only has 4 pigs as of right now, but hopefully we have a lot more by the end of this video. Yeah, let's jump right on into this end portal. Now, I was worried we were falling into the void there for a second, not gonna lie. Now we gotta get up there, which is extremely easy now. I should probably get some more fireworks into my hotbar right here, just for safety. So that way we can boost ourselves back up if we fall off an end island or something. Also, that is very scary. I did not know we had used up that much durability already. I guess I'm used to the one I have in my main world, I guess. That's probably it, because that probably has unbreaking. I think it's probably going to be a very stupid idea to try to fly in there. But we still can use this Enderman. Get out of my way. There's only space for 1 person on here. I guess there is technically space for 2, but I don't want you bumping me off here. That would suck. But we can still use it to crawl in there, because it does allow us to get into the crawling position, kind of by doing something like this. Look at that. Pretty nice. No trapdoor needed. Or ender pearl. Anyways, here we are. I also said we gotta break these bridges too. I think we can get to doing that, actually. All we gotta do is make sure we do not come over here on the other side without any blocks or something, or ender pearls. We need the elytra. Yes, unfortunately these bridges, they make the end, they don't make the end look good at all, quite frankly. That's kind of why I'm getting rid of them. Maybe we'll replace them with something a lot more fashionable in the future, but this is just very caveman style. We are better than this now. This is a new age. I think we could do something like really fancy for the bridges here. Once we farm up a whole bunch of purpur, we could put like end rods on it too. If I ever get myself a blaze farm. But anyways, here it is, the chorus plants. Now, we're gonna need the flowers for these. So what you're gonna wanna do is you can just shoot the dead ones right up there, and it drops the living ones right here. And these are basically gonna be our saplings for these plants right here. Pretty sure another one dropped. I think it might be on the tree. I'm just gonna... Yeah, I see it. It's right there. We're gonna knock down this tree afterwards, of course. I know it's technically not a tree, but that's essentially what these things are. They're huge. They're bigger than actual trees, most of them. But anyways, that's gonna be 4 chorus flowers from that 1 plant right there. And I reckon that's all we're gonna need, so... yeah, I guess I'll see you in a quick minute. You know, not gonna lie, removing the blocks around the portal right here might have been a little bit of a... oopsie daisy right there, I guess. So we should probably build like some platforms around these just to make it easier to land on them. Because that was kind of better than what I was expecting. That's what I was attempting to do earlier. And yes, we will break this at some point. Once we have all the platforms in place around the end gateways, those should be all set. We don't need any of those bridges leading to them anymore. But anyways, we'll hop through this portal, wake up right here beside our bed, experience a little bit of lag because of all the chunks the game is loading at the same time. Not too much though, that's good. Basically what we're going to do with this is we're going to create an area that is just has like nothing but endstone on it so we can grow them right over there. If I can find some endstone, and basically that's going to be our chorus farm right there. So we'll just take all the things we get from that. We got to make sure we break the flowers with the bow, of course. We get all the chorus fruit, we smelt the chorus fruit into popped chorus fruit, and then we turn the popped chorus fruit into purpur. So it's really efficient. Over time, of course, we are going to need to do a little bit of farming and stuff, but if I can locate myself some endstone, that would be pretty nice. Surely we collected more endstone. Like, there was literally some endstone, like, right... Dude, one of the many benefits of not having organized barrels in your base. Alright, so it appears I cannot find any more endstone, but that is okay. 14. All we need is a 1x1 area of this for this to actually work. So what we can do for now, or maybe even permanently too, what if we made like a building and we arranged all these in a grid? I think that would actually be pretty organized, not gonna lie. So I think what we can do is we can just start plunking these down right over here, temporarily, of course. We'll just put 4 of them. I'm gonna space them out with 4 blocks in between, just like that. And I reckon that should give us enough space so we can harvest them efficiently, you know, and they don't get in each other's way, I guess, because that can happen, I think. So yeah, now we just sit here and we wait for them to grow, kind of like that. They're really fast growers. I think they might be as fast as bamboo, not gonna lie. Maybe even faster. But yeah, I'm just gonna continue farming this off camera, I guess, over time. Probably a couple times in this video as well. But now it is time to go to the surface nether, where our next project begins. But first, we do have 12 chorus fruit right here, so I guess I can show you what I was talking about earlier. Alright, so as you can see, smelting this stuff up in a furnace, we have popped chorus fruit right here. We can craft that into purpur blocks, and look at that, 1 for 1 right there. 4 purpur blocks from just 4 popped chorus fruit. I almost said copped porous fruit. That would have been funny. But yeah, so that just goes to show you just how efficient this stuff is and how easy it is to farm. And I kind of feel like this is like one of the forgotten blocks of Minecraft. So yeah, we're going to be definitely making some builds using this. It's going to be probably the material we actually use for our iron farm, which is going to be put over the ocean right there. So yeah. Really cool stuff, doesn't burn up. It's essentially stone, I guess, technically, but you can't use it for any crafting recipes. Probably just more so for building and stuff. And I think it looks really nice, too. Like, look at that. Look at those tiles. Fantastic. Anyways, as for the netherrack and how we're gonna get a whole bunch of that, we're basically gonna go into the surface nether. Pretty obvious stuff. And behind here, basically, behind the portal, we've got this room. It's basically where the portal comes out. It used to be our brewing area, but obviously right now it's just kind of nothing. It's only 3 blocks tall. We're gonna make it even heightier in here, I guess. Now I'm not sure whether I want to go up or down, like dig into the floor or dig into the roof. It does look like we have a few blocks right up here, but I was kind of hoping there'd be more, not gonna lie. So I think the way to go with this is going to be breaking the floor and going down, basically. So yeah, it's time to destroy some stuff. No netherrack just yet. We still gotta make some adjustments here, such as breaking the andesite, or what the frick, the andesite. That's not andesite, that's diorite right there. But yeah, we're gonna break the diorite, and we're gonna bring down the terracotta right here. Basically, we're gonna lower the floor, in a nutshell. And in doing so, we're going to break a whole bunch of this netherrack right here. So just give me a quick minute here, and we'll get set up real quick. Alright, and here it is right now with all the blocks we needed to remove removed, minus these 6 right here. As you can see, it looks a little bit cursed, and we're gonna fix that. Also, there's a little bit of magma here too, so we're gonna grab a whole bunch of that too, I guess. It is kinda deep underground. What's the Y level here? 34. So, yeah, we should probably be digging down right here, and if we go down far enough, it would actually be a pretty good starting point for a place where we could begin searching for some ancient debris. But anyways, we are going to mine all of this up, and I believe that this is going to amount to, I think, like, maybe a full chest worth of netherrack, potentially. And definitely a few stacks of magma, too, while we're at it. So it's time to mine all this stuff out, and grab the quartz, too, and any gold ore we find down here. And we do want to be careful of caves, too, because that could always occur right down here. We really don't want to be falling down those things. That would be quite deadly. And the lava too. We want to be very careful of that. We don't want to be walking into that. There are a lot of lava pockets here, and I have no doubt that that was not the last one we're gonna see. Ooh, gravel. We got some gravel here. That's pretty good. Do we have... We do not have fortune on the diamond shovel. Okay, so it's not all gonna be flint. So yeah, that we can store that in block form for now. Trade it to villagers if needed. I know the Fletcher might like that, I think. Yeah, it's the Fletcher that takes the gravel. So, yeah, and then later, I believe that guy is also going to offer, emeralds for flint, too, so we can just, turn it all into flint sometime with a fortune shovel, and that'll all work out, because that'll level up that guy really quick. So, good to see that we're getting some gravel here, because I don't know how easy gravel would be to locate, in the overworld, that's for sure. Also gotta be very careful of the portal right here, too. Look, it's the old portal. This is where I originally thought it would come out, and it generated on top of itself. So yeah, the portals mod is a little bit glitchy compared to the vanilla code for the nether portals, like the obsidian things. Yeah, and this is kind of the effect right here. So that's pretty cool. We unearthed an ancient fossil, I guess. I honestly forgot that was there, not gonna lie. Alright, this right here could be the sign of a cave right here. There is soul sand. It could be a roof of a cave, potentially. So I'm just gonna put that back right there, and I reckon this should be the last 3 layers we dig out for this. Oh, there's like a whole layer of soul sand, like right there. And if we dig down, sure enough, that's a cave, alright. It doesn't look very deep, though. We should maybe go check that out, potentially. Mining over here, too. It looks like this entire thing might be over the roof of a cave, too. I didn't know that. That's pretty cool. But at the same time, a little bit frightening, too. Because, like, I don't know how thin this is. So it might be a little dangerous, I guess, putting the floor in right here. Nonetheless, we are officially out of inventory space. So it's time to head back to the overworld temporarily. So that way we can smelt all this stuff up. We're going to build some magnificent stairs right here out of only the finest gravel blocks. Now, instead of using the standard furnace building right over here that we built on, like, episode 2 or 3, I think it was. I think episode 3 was the original nether portal to the desert nether. We are going to take this over to our super smelter down in the bunker over here. And here we are. It looks like it's already been making some copper. That's pretty good. It's been working on that. We've got some netherrack in here. Hopefully I have enough space for all the netherrack right here. And that should all smelt in the background right there, which is really nice. It is going to take a long time, but it's better than just burning through a whole bunch of coal, despite how much of that we have, and then having to constantly go back and refuel and everything. That will just handle the process automatically, but very slowly. Alright, so I just dug up part of the cave right here, digging out the layer where we're going to have the floor of this place. This is what we're looking at right here. This is a big cave. You can even see, there's a basalt pillar right there. Did not know this was here whatsoever. It looks like that is really deep. I'm just gonna chuck a torch down there just to see. Yeah, look at how deep that is. That's like several blocks. We'd definitely be history if we fell down there. Or maybe not, because we do have, no, we do not actually have, feather falling on these boots. Yeah, definitely don't want to fall down there. This appears to be the highest point in the cave, though. Look at that, though. We should totally, like, chug some night vision and go check that place out sometime. Maybe I'll even make a stairway going down to that, because, like, we could find a little bit of ancient debris right there. And because of the way, these caves actually, like, are coated in, I guess, there is a potential, to, discover some exposed ancient debris, despite that not being possible, because these aren't, like, the normal caves and everything. They're actually technically, I guess, part of the noise settings. So, yeah, for those, for the data packers watching this, they'll know all about that. We've also come across a pretty decent amount of gold here, too. Nearly 2 stacks of gold nuggets. I am yet to get the quartz, right up there, but, we'll get that on the way up. But anyways, I'm just gonna shove some stuff inside this shulker box right here real quick. And then we'll have all the netherrack in our inventory right here. So that way, we can collect more of this stuff right here, because I'd rather not do 2 trips. So we're going to optimize the storage situation real quick. And, yeah, it'll all be smooth sailing. After this, it's just going to be building, and then this part of the video will be a wrap and everything. It'll be very nice. Now, as for this area right here, I think we should make something like maybe a tower going down based off of this area right here. We have a ladder already, so I think that's really convenient. We can just build it all the way down. and go check out that cave sometime. So that's really convenient. It's like right over where my ladder is. But getting up to the portal right here could be a little bit annoying, so I'm going to do something that's very safe, and I'm going to build a tower over here made out of magma. Very nice. Very harmful to the feet. Now, unfortunately, I do not think we're going to have enough space in that single chest for all the netherrack. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to see if we have another one lying around or just craft one up myself. And it'll become a double chest, which is probably going to be a lot more useful for something like that, because that is definitely going to be tackling some heavy loads in the future, such as this one. As you can see right here, it's really getting to work. We've got more bricks coming in here. We should probably grab some of these, because we only have a single chest right here. That could actually be a little bit of a problem in the future. We're going to grab all this, turn these all into blocks, because that's kind of why we need them. Grab all the copper and the iron, and we can leave this area. And hopefully we won't have to come back here until that stuff is finished right there. We probably don't want to overload this at all. That would be a little bit annoying. I don't want to have to put a second chest on top of that other one. And as a result, have to craft another hopper too. We do not have an iron farm yet, so I'm trying to be as conservative as possible with the iron. Despite the fact that you can find that at essentially almost any Y level in the overworld. And that nearly 2 stacks of gold nuggets only amounted to 13 gold ingots. I'll definitely take that, because it's better than nothing. But I was kind of feeling like it would amount to more. But yeah, I guess that's just the way it is sometimes. Anyways, so we have all the building blocks we need to rebuild the floor in here. What we do need, though, is we're also going to need more spruce logs. I'm pretty sure that's the wood I used in there. And more terracotta. Now, was it orange terracotta or was it normal terracotta? I want to say it was orange terracotta, so we're going to grab that. And we're also just going to take a little bit of the normal terracotta, just in case, just so I can get started and everything without having to come back and load a whole bunch of chunks. Alright, so here we are. We're getting hurt by the magma. I'm just going to make things a tad bit more pleasant right there. It is indeed orange terracotta. Look at that. You can clearly tell the difference. First things first, we're going to want to break this portal real quick, and then... Oh yeah, that's right, I need a lava bucket to light this thing, not flint and steel, so we're gonna have to go searching for that. Luckily it is the nether that looks more like, you know, the vanilla nether and everything, so it shouldn't be all that hard to find some lava lying around somewhere. But yeah, we're gonna need to replace that, and we also gotta fix that slit in the roof right there too. We don't want that, that's hideous. There we go, and now it's looking a lot better. I am noticing though that we only have the shroom lights over here, so we'll have to bring them over here at some point when we're finished here. But first things first, we do have some torches lying around on the ground here. So I'm just going to remove them real quick. It is going to make things a little bit darker, unfortunately. But it is going to be necessary for the floor. Let's bring the walls down first. Could be a little bit annoying to do, I guess. Given our situation right here. We are a little bit ways down right there. But can I do it from right here? And this is where the diorite would end normally. And we're going to go one block down. Okay, so if I jump, that works. So I guess the smartest move would actually be to put the diorite down. We're really flip-flopping all over the place right here. We'll put the diorite down, we'll put the floor down, the cobbled deep slate, and yeah, we'll go from there. What are these spruce slabs doing in here? I don't think I remember. Are these aren't part of the build, no. Okay. That's weird, I don't know what those are doing in there. Anyways, the diorite. We're going to want to have 2 blocks of those going around the entire perimeter of this room. And there we go. That is every single diorite block put in place. That's good. We did collect each and every single block for that. And in theory, that should also be true with the cobbled deep slate here, too. In fact, we're going to actually have some left over, as I do plan on bringing the logs actually down to this layer right here. Previously, they were on top of the deep slate, and I didn't really like that. That looked a little icky to me. So we're going to fix it. It's not like we have to worry about the magma burning it up or anything. And I believe right here, these 4 blocks, I think this is where the portal needs to go. I probably should have made a note of that, actually, when I destroyed it, so hopefully this won't mess anything up on the overworld side. But in theory, I believe that is where... No, hold on, it's off center. I think this right here, this position it's in, I think this is the way it's supposed to be. So, in theory, we'll just leave it marked out like that and build the arch later. And this looks like it's going to be more than enough. I was getting a little bit worried there, not gonna lie. But there we go. We are going to have a little bit of an issue right here, though, with the logs. So I'm just going to put that sideways temporarily, and we'll fix that when we actually bring this area down later. This one, too, apparently. And this one. So 3 I need to fix later on. That's cool. Putting in the logs has been a complete success. We're going to add some torches right now just to light things up. Yeah, I'm 1 short. There's no torches. There are no torches in there. That's cool. Better than being short enough where to the point where like a whole area isn't lit, but you know, could be worse. Could be worse, definitely. Now, it's time for the part where this is really going to come together. The part where we add the terracotta back in and everything and extend the walls up. It appears that we did not bring nearly enough to do this right here, but as you can see, we only have this one, like, or not really one, but 4 layers here that are uncovered, and it is looking pretty symmetrical right here, at least so far. So maybe we could try a little something different here. Maybe we could utilize some wood, potentially, because there's no lava behind any of these, so we don't have to worry about it burning down. Maybe we could remove a layer of the terracotta right here, because I'd rather not go into the desert nether as of right now, and it is going to look a little bit plain if we just have the whole thing be 1 block. So I think we're going to add some variety here and utilize some jungle wood right here, more specifically jungle planks. I think that would look quite fancy. Would add some depth to the build and everything. Maybe we should also put some wall lights here too to also add some variety here too and everything. I do not have any spare building blocks that would fit in here, because I don't want to shove terracotta in the wall right here. That wouldn't make any sense. Anyways, we are going to need to get that lava first, though. So, yeah, we kind of don't have a way of leaving here. So I'm just going to build the portal frame real quick. There we go. And now, it's time to go search for some lava. Now, we're going to obviously need to bring the ladder down for this, too, because we can't really get up there without a ladder. You know, that'd kind of be a little bit annoying having to place blocks every single time. But I reckon we just craft a little bit more sticks right here. And 6 ladders. Will that be enough? Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That worked out perfectly. Very nice. Yeah, we're just gonna hop right on up here real quick. And, yeah, find the nearest lava source, which is gonna be in a cave not far from here. You know, this right here, this is probably the cave right here. I know you can't see it very well. This magma block is not helping at all. But it's right here. You'll probably be able to see it a little bit more. Like right now. I'm trying to be extremely careful right here. There's a skeleton over there. I thought that was an Enderman. But yeah, at the bottoms of these caves, there's always lava at a certain Y level. So we're going to explore this. Assuming, you know, it goes a little deeper, which it does not. Going on down right here, though, that area, that's lava, alright. This is definitely a lot deeper. We want to be very careful right here. Cannot see anything in this dimension without night vision. Imagine playing this with, like, the vanilla Minecraft client, too, with no mods or anything, because, like, that's why I'm able to see so far. There'd be a whole bunch of fog everywhere if we were playing vanilla here. But there we go. We're going to snag that and get out of here. Alright, let's see if this comes out where it's intended to come out. Hopefully it does. Hopefully it doesn't come out on the roof. Aw, dude, it came out right here? That sucks. What happens if I go in? Do I want to know what's going to happen if I go in? It's probably going to create another portal on top, let me guess. Another moment of truth, and it created a portal outside, which is a little bit worrying. Yeah, we might have to relocate the portal building, I guess. It wasn't a very good structure anyways. But, yeah, we got ourselves free portal frame right here, I guess. That's a plus, I guess, maybe. I don't really think there was a reason for it to generate out there. I think it's probably just a bug, because, like, where else would I put it? This is perfectly symmetrical, like, with everything right here. It's right smack in the middle. It's, like, right here. It's not out in the middle, right here, in the way of the ladder. That has to be where I put the portal originally. So, yeah, that's cool. So we just gotta make sure we do not tamper with this portal at all, or else something bad could happen. You know, for some reason, the episode, I think, where we built this, or, I, built the portal, one of those episodes, had something to do with the portal in this area right here. But for some reason, that video got, like, 1,000 views. I don't know why. There's just 1,000 people just waiting to see me build a portal that doesn't even exist in the vanilla game. Hilarious stuff. Yeah, and it's just kind of been sitting there ever since, I think, too. Like, it hasn't gotten any more views, so I think just a lot of people were recommended to it, like, at the same time, and then I guess they just didn't come back. I don't know. I'm not a YouTube expert. Do I look like a YouTube expert? You can't see me. There's no face cam in any of these videos. Anyways, yeah, I said we were gonna get those jungle planks, which we will absolutely do real quick. There's no, like, orange terracotta lying around, which I don't think there is, so we're just gonna take a stack of netherrack so I can fill in those holes in the walls, and, yeah, we'll go from there, assuming I can actually locate this stuff. Here we go. Beautiful, organized... As I was saying, beautiful, organized barrels right here. I thought I messed up for a second. That would have been highly unfortunate to see on camera right there, I guess. But this probably isn't gonna be enough. Let's take 32 of the logs. That should hopefully be enough. Why is there? Where did I put the other log? All right, well, you know what? We're gonna do even more. So, bam! That should be more than enough right there. And if it isn't, yeah, we'll make more. We'll get ourselves some shroom lights right here. And finally finish up this room, I guess. So pretty good stuff. Rest in peace to the original portal building right here. It is made out of blocks that I think many people would generally consider to be like colder blocks, I guess, like the spruce wood and the cobbled deep slate. Not that it's that big of a deal, but, you know, it doesn't really fit thematically, I guess, with the rest of the builds here. I think it would look a lot better if we made it out of jungle wood, personally. Now, we're going to take a layer of the orange terracotta off real quick. And I reckon that should be, in theory, equal. Where did I put the netherrack? I'm being really stupid in this episode, not going to lie. I suppose it technically doesn't matter. Yeah, I guess we'll see in the future if, on the off chance I do remember there's like a hole behind here. And we'll see if I come patch that up. But anyways, putting wood next to magma. Probably something that wouldn't work very well in real life, to be honest, but in Minecraft it is a-okay. Alright, and after finishing it up, we only have 70 planks left, so that is a lot more than I was expecting we'd use up. But this is what it looks like. I think it definitely looks better than what it would have looked like if we just used nothing but orange terracotta right here. But now, we're going to make it look even better. Looks like we got a layer right there in the middle, so we can add shroom lights there. And also on the roof here, too, where we have these missing sections. I do believe I might have said one day that I would add in these sections right here, these little shroom lights and everything. But never got around to it, so I'm finally getting to it now. And there we go. It's looking a lot more equally lit up there, that's for sure. Now it's time to do the wall lights. I'm actually probably going to want to go back up if I want to do that right now. So we'll just do one in the center of each of these sections right here, and I reckon that should be perfect. Alright, and there we go. I don't think this area will be necessary because it's a whole bunch of 2-block areas and we can't really center anything in there. And this is kind of like the main attraction right here, but there we go. That's all set. So this is our new Nether Hub right here, I guess. We're going to have some stuff branching off of this, like I said, the tower going down right here into the cave, which may be connected to the cave in that direction potentially. Not really sure on that one though. But, yeah, there it is. So that looks really good right there. I really like it. Feels very spacious in here. Might be spacious enough for a ghast to spawn, so we might have to figure out a way to, prevent that from happening at some point. Maybe with, hanging some lanterns or something. Just something that would, like, occupy the space where they would normally spawn so they don't have enough space to do so. And thus they spawn above, you know, where they're supposed to be at. But that right there is mission accomplished. Pretty nice. Alright, to end off the video right here, we're going to go check on our chorus fruit farm right on over here in the beach. Not the desert, the beach. That's what it is. Would you look at that? They're almost all fully grown right there. We got 2 that are still growing, so we might as well harvest the other ones right here. We're going to need 4 chorus flowers for now. We're going to definitely expand the farm in the next episode. Maybe may even make a dedicated building for it, but I think, you know, if we're going to do that, it would actually probably be smarter to grab as many of the flowers as we can right here, as many that are like available. I'm getting really good shots in with this crossbow right here. That's why I always use the crossbow. It just feels a lot more satisfying to shoot, you know? Instead of having to draw the bow for a few seconds, it just feels like, bam, just like that, you know? That's just why I like it. I know it's technically inferior to the bow because you can't put things like power on it, unfortunately. I would actually love to see that in a future Minecraft update. There we go. We can knock these down now. And that is going to result in me getting hurt, but, you know, what's me getting hurt when you have, like, a stack of chorus fruit right here? Pretty good stuff. So we can turn that into a stack of purple blocks, basically. And we're going to have more when we have the building and everything, because we have some more chorus flowers right here left over. Definitely, like, almost twice as much as 4. So yeah, we're just going to shove this into the smelter. And there we go. So yeah, thank you so much for watching this video to the end and everything. These Birchlands videos do be getting a little bit long lately, but you know, there's just a lot of things to do, a lot of lengthy tasks in this game. So yeah, thank you for sticking with me. Next episode, we're gonna try to begin work on the iron farm, I believe, as well. So yeah, if you liked what you saw, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next episode right here, which will hopefully come out soon. It's a brand new year, and it's a brand new era of the Birchlands. Or I'm going to try to make it a new era. I'm not going to guarantee anything here public on the internet.